There we go. There we go. That's on. There we go. Right there. That's on. There we go. Double white maggot on hook. Lovely fish to end on. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Just a quick Harthill update for you this morning. What are we on? 20th of Feb. And I thought I'd bring you down, just give you an update, show you how it's all looking. And yeah, just show you really. Not been posting much just lately. No problems, nothing's gone off, don't worry. I've recently become affiliated with another military organisation. So all my spare time, not all of it, but some of it's been taken up through military-based pursuits. So if anyone's wondering, because if someone you might have seen my other channel, Veterans Mess HQ, might have seen on there that I've been a bit busy or whatever doing charity work, and yeah, pretty much non-stop. But I've had like a month off this month, February, from posting loads of videos for you guys on this channel. But anyway, Harthill Res. Look, what's down here? Flop. Very flop. So that's why I've not been posting much, but it's all good, getting really fit, getting in shape, getting back to the military side of my life that was once very prominent, and yeah, all really exciting stuff. So if you do go onto Veterans Mess HQ page, you'll see some of the videos I put on there, and if anyone you're into that sort of stuff anyway, I'm not going to sell it to you, but it might be worth a watch if some of you are interested. Right, so anyway, down at Harthill, 20th of February, water's at its highest point now that it's probably ever been. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to just show you down here where I am now, back at Boathouse, Rotherham Sailing Club. I'm going to walk you up to Dam Wall, take you across Dam Wall to Outlet, and hopefully show you some water spilling over the edge over there. And yeah, there's not many places you can really fish anymore, but I'll spin you around and show you what Harthill Res is looking like. So I am behind Sailing Club, Rotherham Sailing Club, and there's a couple of peg numbers been pushed in. So there's one there, look, peg 5, peg 6. There's only a bit of land here, and then it's pretty much unfishable all the way over there now. Before it wasn't, but now they've made the outlets very high up. The water level has to follow it, so you've actually lost a load of fishing over there, and a lot of fishing over on that far bank over there as well, which we did predict. But this is the area you've got behind the boathouse. So park up there in car park, walk through with your gear. First peg's here, well, behind the Sailing Club. What's this peg? Peg 3. Let's say peg 5. Oh, so we've lost a peg. So one's actually gone, so one's been taken. Yeah, loads of water now. Sailing Club, very happy. I am going to come down for a swim one day. I'll have to probably get in touch with Chris at some point, who runs this place, and all his members and everything. And I'd love to come down and have a swim here one day. So that's definitely on the cards. Exciting times. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to walk you up through car park, up to sort of main car park up there, and I'll just drop in other side at Boating Club here and just show you that peg there as well. But yeah, that's your view now. Loads of water in it, it's got fish in it. We now know what fish have gone in. Money, make sure you pay, otherwise you go. If you are fishing without a valid ticket, you'll be asked to leave. You'll not be asked if you want to buy one, just get out. That's what they're saying. If it were me and you didn't have a ticket and you didn't have any Wi-Fi, you'd be sat there fishing for free, fellas. Just putting that out there. Right, let's go up here and go and have a quick look. You can actually see pontoon there, look, for the Sailing Club. The water's come right up to edge here, so business absolutely booming for Rotherham Sailing Club again. When I take you across Dam Wall, I'll actually show you where water's sitting in front of the historic pegs on there. It was meant to have new pegs installed on Dam Wall, but that's a thing of the past now. Here is peg 2, so full of floating bushes and trees that they chopped down and never pulled out. I did say it 6 months ago that they needed pulling out, just to give them plenty of notice, but as you can see now, there's just logs everywhere. It whoever are in charge of cutting all trees down in the middle of here, they actually cut them all down into piles, lit them on fire. They only burnt for a couple of hours and they never did anything with them after that. So this is a common sense issue you've got. There is loads of this bushes and bramble. Like, it's quite thick stuff, a bit like this really. Just everywhere, all in margins, so you'd have to keep a tab out for that. Platform wise, we know how deep it is here. Drops out, probably got a nice even plateau there to edge of that reed line there. So you'd probably want to wade out with your, they've probably banned everything now if they've banned night fishing, so you'll have to ask if you can have permission to walk in water with your platform. Well, yeah, peg 2. Peg 1 is behind the car park. I'll go and show you that in a minute. But that's what we're looking like. And you can see water's right upon that dam wall now. It's at capacity. I'll take you over to the dam wall and at the outlet in a minute and show you that. And yeah, it looks really healthy. It looks really good. You can still see tops of some bramble bushes sticking up out in distance in water from what we're left in. So it is an absolute forest under there still. So please don't forget that. Right. Let's get up here, take you a bit further around. Actually been a lot of trimming going off in this area here. A lot of this has been cut down and thinned out. And I believe, fellas and fellettes, these and thems, peg 1 is here, look. So just one peg. So some of you carp anglers, wee wits about you, be able to get an erected pod up. You'd be able to get probably 2 or 3 more blokes between here and peg 2. Not an option no more, that's gone. This is peg 1, that's peg 2 over there. They're your only options. And as you can see, littered with logs and everything everywhere. So it is a shame. Like a lot of these have been cut down, look, you can actually see the stumps where they've been cut and they've just been left laying down instead of mulching up. Could have mulched them, got a chipper down here, could have mulched it all up and just spread it all over the bank. It's really good for the bank, that stuff. You can see out there, it was tops at brambles and bushes sticking out at water. So again, it's an absolute snag pit out there. So just be mindful first time you come up here fishing. Just look out for all that stuff. All right, let's get up this way and down wall. If it's a bit windy in a second and I have to do some talk over and it doesn't sound like it's going with video, it's because the wind actually hits that bank there, and as it comes over the top, it's a bit like an injector effect. It speeds up and you can barely hear yourself think over there. So look at water in this corner now, really full up. As it sits just at the bottom of that wall. Hopefully that wall's designed in a way that it's going to hold all that nicely. Yeah, it looks nice. I don't know about how long it's going to last, but hey ho, what do I know. There's water at the bottom of the steps down there. Yeah, that's your view of it from there. Nice healthy inlet coming in that way. Right, take you across the dam wall area now. But yeah, that's your view from here. Again, there's a lot on your all over country and UK that you know about Harthill. You've seen all videos, you've seen all posts I've done, and that's pretty much it. By giving you a walk around like this, it helps you just understand a little bit more. Right, voiceover time because the wind is just ridiculous here. But I got a text the other day that in this corner there are actually more dead fish, more than the ones that I found the previous week. So just walking along here now, I'm just making sure that there's no obvious signs of dead fish in edge and everything. But as you can see, it's absolutely covered with logs and sticks and everything. That's how windy it is. It's just nearly blown camera straight out my gimbal. Same with this bit here, look, just absolutely fun. A lot on it will die off and rot away. Like as soon as it takes on water, it goes all soggy. But a lot of them are sticks off willow trees, and they will take on water and they'll just sink, and you will be getting snagged on them. There's a lot of them in there. This is like a clear view of the historic peg, so that's one of them there, looks submerged. That's another one there. They're not safe. I was told directly that they need replacing. They're not safe for anglers to be on. Access to them obviously over this wave breaker at top, it's tricky, can cause injuries, so ignore it for now. It wouldn't surprise me knowing embryo if they end up putting anglers on them, but they're not safe, and I was told that directly, they're not safe.
Just going over at top at new bit at Downwall here. So as you can see, it's a proper wind trap. All wind blows everything up, crap all against that bit, but there's no pegs on that. This is the area that's all growing nicely. Trees are coming up, grass is coming along nicely. Same way down here, look, branches, piles on them. They're not just dead reeds then, they're branches off willow trees. They've cut them off and just left them in piles on lake bed, and wind and rain's got hold of them, and the entire margins around the res are just completely buried in them, and they are a nightmare when you start getting snagged on them on bottom at lake. But what can you do? Another historic peg there, look. So water's coming over at top of that, and yeah, another one there. Again, just covered in rubbish. Look, big pile of stuff on that one. A lot on it is them reeds that they cut down, but the majority of it are like long branches off willow trees, and they're an absolute nightmare when you start snagging them. So just walking up Downwall now, and like a few of these pegs, like that one, look, it's a bit higher up, so you've probably got a bit more space between you and water. Again, it's a bank where if they do allow fishing on it again, your everyday tackle box and platform, it can accommodate for it. A big pile of stuff there, look. But yeah, got to do a voiceover on this bit simply because the wind is absolutely out of this world. Like, you wouldn't believe. I've not wore a hat for this video for other reasons, but I've had to take it off walking across here before. It's that bad. Another big pile there, look. So, not ideal. A bit of a nightmare when you're getting snagged on this sort of stuff. And there's view from Downwall right across the res. So, looks great, plenty of water. It's nice to see it full of water again, so it's just the whole politics around the place and everything. It's just become a bit of a nightmare. So ideally, all these things needed sorting out well in advance, and unfortunately, nobody likes to listen to a concerned angler. It's over at top at Outlet now. Let me just get over this side, be able to show you a better view from here.
So you can actually see there, look, water spilling over at top. I think the sluice gates are actually shut, but water spilling over at top. It's just topping these channels up either side and helping everything push off down that way. We'll have to make sure we keep an eye out for any fish being a bit sort of adventurous and wanting to go over the edge of these. It's not a very nice fall for them, that's for sure. But as you can see, all logs and everything building up down there, and sticks. It is eventually just going to clog up that outlet down at the bottom. So that was something that I addressed and brought up, God, probably 6 months ago now. So it's a bit of a shame how they've just completely ignored it. But again, you get what you pay for. There's a view from this angle. Just spilling over and down that way. Now, for the absolute ocean of people that were saying you're not going to lose fishing on this far bank, well, the water, it's right up in the trees there. So that's where water actually goes in, and that's quite a high point. It drops down a bit in those trees, so water goes even further back in. So that's one of the problems that you've got if you want to fish on the wood side. The size of that log in there, look, that's one of them that I suggested to be pulled out a bit back. There are a massive pile on them over there. I dare say a lot of them have taken on water by now and probably started to sink. So yeah, a bit of a shame. But like I said, you're always going to lose some fishing. Like, compared to what they had before, if you would have just lowered the outlets on that main outlet itself by another foot, 12 inches of drop here would have brought the water right back here, like it were before, when it only needed to come up a foot other week, and you could walk out edge of here. And now obviously you've lost a lot of fishing access over there because the reservoir has to accommodate all the water now. So yeah, it definitely needed. I did say this, I come down with a laser pen and I put it on and I shone it round lake and shown everybody where it was going to sit. And I don't know, even just those kind of physics alone kind of had people sort of disagreeing with me. But there you go, water's now, it comes right up here, but it's actually going right through this grass here, water. So there's your fishing. Right, I'll walk down here and get inside this sort of viaduct here and give you all a better view of that. Right, now I'm out of that wind. That wind's going straight up at the top of that bank over there and above me now, so that's not a problem anymore. Just going to walk you down here without slipping. Oh my god, if I slip now. There's your water, look, pushing through. Nice and healthy flow down that way. Coming out of your channels either side. And what I want to do is walk you over here and just get you in and amongst it, you know, in the eye of the tornado, so to speak. What? Don't get you in. There's a lady up there and she's saying, don't get me in it. Yeah, look at all this. Come and pick it up. Come and get it. Come and sort it. It'd be nice if there's something in here. So, sluice gate still leaking. Seat water coming out through there, look. It's still spraying through. That's one of the problems that we've still got. I can't see this being a bit of a hazard, but I've got a feeling this is going to fill up with people in summer. Look at that. Look at these logs here, look at the size of them. So they're going to block up the outlet down there, and then it's going to become a problem. So they need getting out fast. Have a look at this one. Oh yeah, that one's properly spraying. Very leaking. So yeah, that's your view from inside the actual overspill itself. As you can see, massive logs can get over with ease, just come straight over. So you imagine, without any mesh going across the top of there, you're going to lose fish when it comes to the summer months and they start spawning. So, but again, I'm not going to stand here and say I told you so. But I did make a multitude of videos stressing that I don't think it's a good idea. And yeah, there's your 12+ million quid, people. I'm not going to bother going down to this outlet down here. That it's like a well gate. Quite confident that if I can't see the actual bank and everything overflowing down there and filling up, that it's like a disaster, a bit of an hazard. But you think, by the time the water meets here, you've probably got a good 4 or 5 inch of water depth. Any fish that make it down here, they will comfortably be able to swim down to that well gate over there. Right, yeah, so well gate is just there. It's not overflowing with water and spreading out, so it's obviously not blocked yet, but if you look at the size of them logs and twigs and everything over there, it won't be long before it does get clogged up, so that needs looking into. Right, I'll take you back this way, walking out down wall, and then yeah, close it off for you. So that's pretty much going to do it for this video. Let me just get down here out of way at wind, otherwise no one can hear a word I'm saying. Yeah, what do you think? You have to get in comments and let me know. Now, I'm not going to say I told you so. I did make it very clear that that wood side over there, it would fill up with water and it'd take away a lot of the fishing access, and you won't be able to get down to, yeah, you can still fish it, but you've now got to put the work in to remove a lot of the trees and foliage. Well, before there were no water in it, you could have done that anyway, and instead whoever come down were just cutting random trees and bushes down, making piles, and they're now all floating around in lake. So I'm not going to say that it was a wasted opportunity, but a lot of the focus went somewhere where it really didn't need to be. And as of now, there's logs and trees and everything floating around. Made a real mess of this place, like really made a mess of it. And based on what was required in order to get it cleaned up beforehand and get everything trimmed down, if you'd have gone on top of it to start with, you wouldn't have any of the problems that you've now got, and you certainly wouldn't have any of the snagging problems you're going to have for a long time. The bottom of this reservoir is an absolute forest. It's a lot taller than I am. There's trees growing in there, like willow trees. As much as the big reeds are in there, there's trees growing in there. You know, and those roots have had a good 2 years to grow and, you know, and get comfortable down there. I did offer to come down with a bunch of people for the channel, which I don't request I don't give invoices out to anybody. I don't request money from nobody. This channel sorts me out, and just documenting the video alone and getting it all cleaned out with 30 people would have meant that we all get a bit of experience. We've all been involved in something great, keeping Harthill Reservoir alive. And even more so, we can get it out there on YouTube and show everybody the effort that went in to give people a safe angling experience when they start casting out. And unfortunately, I was told no, not allowed. And I very nearly come down and just got on with it anyway. But then I was threatened with sort of like legal action, and I don't want letters being written by solicitors being sent to my door because half of them can't spell. So yeah, that's the problem we've got. The historic pegs on the down wall, the water's now sort of creeping up over the top of them. So you'll have to be careful. They're not safe. The new ones that was proposed to be installed, they were to replace the ones that are on there simply because they're not safe to be on. They're not safe to fish from, and the access, it was too dangerous. So whether they allow fishing on them again, I'd be very surprised if they do after the information that I've been given when I went for the interview to take over this place. And then pegs here, like this one here, look, peg 2. Like this is it. A nice muddy path down. I mean, you can park right next to it, it's ideal. But between peg 2 and peg 1, beforehand you could have got 2 or 3 carp anglers. And I always specify carp anglers because bivvy, pod, you know, admin area, you know, they take up a lot more room than your everyday match angler just on a peg weir box and a bit of luggage behind him. And it's a shame now that the areas have been so condensed to the point where you've actually really got to get out in the water just to get away from the snags, and it's just a bit of a mess. I'm not happy about it, but what can you do? I got told no when I wanted to try and help out, even after I was told I weren't getting the res. And unfortunately in life, people take over things and people are then in charge of some things. You just got to accept that, you know, a company-sized effort, it's still not as effective as just 1 or 2 individuals that are passionate about something, wanting to get it done for the better and, you know, for the better of the future, really. And yeah, you get what you're giving people, don't you? So that's it. Water going over at spillway over there. You just see it in the background. Water going over at spillway. It's now at maximum capacity water, so that's spilling over nicely. However, you've seen the big logs over there. Fish are going to get out. And when they get out, they're going to probably die as soon as they hit the concrete. Are you all right? So a bit of a disaster waiting to happen over there as well. And all the logs and everything that have been left in here just to soak up water, a lot of them have sank. A lot of them have actually made their way over that dam wall, over that outlet, and they will eventually start and block up pipes and everything down. That no thoughts got into this place whatsoever. And I'm sorry, but it were a very easy job just to get this place primed, ready for business, and keep it really safe as well. And it's a bit of a shame that the people that have actually come down and put some effort in, if you want to call it that, they probably put more effort into nipping out for lunch at dinner time or whatever. So anyway, what can you do? So that'll pretty much do it for this video. Again, just a quick Harthill update. I just thought I'm passing. I've got a quickly nip of it. I'm away this weekend on a military exercise. So next week I'll get a couple of videos done. I've actually got a few places for fishery audits next week in Derby and then out towards Worcester. A few people have made some recommendations. If you've got a fishery in mind that you want me to come and visit, if it's in desperate need of attention and it's a very, you know, unsafe environment for anyone to be there, then in comments and let me know, and I'll come down and give it a walk around for you all. On the flip side, if you've got a fishery in mind that is absolutely mustard, you love it, it's great, it's best thing ever, you think it might even be nearly as good as Aston Park Fisheries, drop it in the comments and I'll go and shout about it for you and tell everyone how good it is and your experiences there and you know, and what people are missing out on, because there's a lot of fishing out there that people aren't aware of, and people won't go and try somewhere new simply because they just don't know it. Well, that's where I come in. I'll be able to give you all a peg-to-peg view, what's available, species if I know it, prices, access, disabled, all that stuff, and just try and bring the angling world a bit closer to palms of your hand when you're sat there with your phones and watching telly and all that stuff. So it's you know, I enjoy doing it, but it's more for you guys than anything really. And not only that, if there's any issues out there can help fisheries address, you know, I'm not afraid to do it. So yeah, so comments, what do you think took place? Ruined, Is it a paradise? Would you like to ruin it as much as they have? You know, how would you do it differently? Get in comments, let me know. Controversy, love it. Opinions, love it even more. Like, get in comments, let me know. And I don't have enemies in this game. You all know that. I have opponents. And sometimes in angling and most things that I'm passionate about, people don't take it as seriously as you. So if you think that I'm going a bit overboard or a bit over the top, just know that I once applied to take over this place with some big plans for everybody on that side of the camera. And I offered to do it completely free of charge as well. So you think of how cheap I could have made those day tickets and night tickets. Now the night fishing's been banned. So yeah, comments and subscribe as well. It's completely free of charge. A lot of people think you have to pay when you hit the subscribe button. You don't pay anything. It's like a free subscription to a magazine company or something. You just get a magazine through post every now and again. It's same with YouTube. Hit subscribe, and that way, whenever you get telly on or get your phone out, any recent content or up-to-date content I've put on, it'll be there ready waiting for you to watch. So there's no payment. Some people will say, oh, I'm not subscribing because I don't want to be paying monthly. There is no money involved. You just press subscribe, and it means every time you go on YouTube, it's there waiting for you. Simple as that. And yeah, thanks for watching, people. I'll try and get a lot more videos done in future. Again, just a bit busy, bit of military stuff going off now, getting back into the swinger thing, loads of fitness, loads of work for charity and money raising. Like, we're doing a really good job of that. So yeah, just trying to make something of my life, and you know, just keep busy. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will definitely see you all on the next one.